Hey everybody, and welcome to Weight Loss Wednesday. I'm Chef AJ, the author of Unprocessed and the Secrets to Ultimate Weight Loss and the soon-to-be-released Own Your Health. And this is where I show you recipes for healthy, permanent, and sustainable weight loss. Today I'm going to make one of my very favorite potato recipes. It's called smashed fajita potatoes. And if you know me, I love cooking things in the air fryer. I have the Breville. I always say get the biggest and best you can afford, which I think the Breville is. And this is such an easy way to make a delicious appetizer or even meal, depending on how many you eat. So I'm using Yukon Gold potatoes, organic ones. I just buy the 5-pound bag at Trader Joe's because it fits perfectly in this little insert for my 8-quart Instant Pot. If you don't have an Instant Pot, really please get one. And if you don't have the 8-quart, that is my most used and favorite size because, as I said, the 5-pound bag just goes in very easily. I always look for the smallest ones in the bag because I like them smaller because they get crispier faster. And I cook them for 5 minutes with 2 cups of water, and then you can release the pressure naturally, let it come down to pressure in its own time. It really doesn't matter because the real trick to getting things crispy in the air fryer, in my opinion, is cooking them in advance and then refrigerating them overnight. Something happens magically in the refrigeration process once it's been cooked with the resistant starch that just makes potatoes and sweet potatoes even better when you air fry them. So I've already set a few up on my tray, and they're called smashed potatoes because literally you smash them with the palm of your hand. So I have my already cooked potato, and I'm just going to cut it in half, and then with like the heel or the palm of my hand, I'm just going to press down. You want it to break open, you don't want it to separate, because those cracks are what's going to make it so crispy. Now, these are good without any seasoning, and then you can put whatever sauce on you like, barbecue sauce, ketchup, lots of recipes on this channel or in my book on how to make your own sauce. But this fajita seasoning that I found at Sprouts, and I'll see if I can find it and put it in my Amazon store, is salt-free. And it's just delicious. That's why I call them fajita potatoes. Now, for something like this, I'm just going to sprinkle because this is a fairly spicy seasoning. It's not super hot like jalapeno or chipotle, but it does have a little bit of a kick to it. That's why I'm kind of just going cautiously with my hand because I'm going to show you another way that I usually spice potatoes when it is not so spicy. Again, for some people, this may not be spicy at all, but remember, you can always add, you can't take away. So I'm just kind of sprinkling it on. And of course you could even do this in a French fry shape, but that might be a little more labor intensive unless you have one of those French fry cutters like I have, which are fantastic. So that's about good. Some of these have less than others, but it is spicy. And what I love about it is it's salt-free because I don't eat salt and I'm allergic to black pepper, and it's black pepper free. So this is an excellent choice. If you want something that's a little bit spicy but not as spicy as fajita, I recommend from the local spicery the pepperoni blend. This is amazing on, well, it's amazing on everything, but especially potatoes and mushrooms. And so what I do when I'm doing a spice that I can have a little bit more of, instead of sprinkling it, this one I'm not going to smash. And what I do is I just dip it. If you saw my recipe for the everything bagel, you could see that this is how I did it for that. And it'll be really easy to tell apart which is which. And then you don't waste too much seasonings this way. Just kind of do it like that. There's a little. Then there's another one that's amazing, and this is not spicy, but this is so flavorful. This is called Sol della Toscana Garlic Tomato Blend. This is probably my favorite of all, just in general on potatoes. Like I said, this is flavorful from the sun-dried tomato and the garlic. This is also amazing, just a little bit in your rice. So I really encourage you to try some of these because they are organic, they're made in small batches, they're non-irradiated, and they're amazing. And Nick has a bunch of salt-free blends that he's creating more all the time. There's some videos of him cooking on my channel if you want to see him. And I really like, especially during a pandemic, supporting some of these small businesses that have yet to open. I didn't put quite enough. So because this is flavorful without being spicy, I can put a little bit more on. So that's what I do with my potatoes. Now, I know a lot of y'all have asked me to write an air fryer book and an Instant Pot book, and the reason I don't is, first of all, there's enough great books out there already by so many of my wonderful plant-based colleagues, but the truth is I really don't use recipes I literally put everything in at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. Well, almost everything. If I'm roasting garlic, I do about 370 because garlic tends to burn. But otherwise, I just do 400, 20 minutes, and I hope for the best. And the worst that happens is if it's not to my level of crunchiness, I can always add a little bit of time. So I'm going to pop these in the air fryer, and I'm going to come back when they're done and show you what they look like. So here's what they look like when they've been in the air fryer at 400 for 20 minutes. This is how my husband likes them. He likes them a little bit crispy. He doesn't like them super hard and crunchy like me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off his serving, and then I'm going to pop them back in probably for 5 minutes at 400 because I like them really, really crunchy. Thanks so much for watching another episode of Weight Loss Wednesday. I'm Chef AJ, and I make healthy taste delicious so you can have both the health and the body you so richly deserve. Take care.